a rich, I'm supposed to be from a rich family. Okay. I'm going to go meet them. I want to get married. I don't have money. So they need to get me some or support me. But on the other side, what they could offer me, it is so easy. They say, well, we'll go and look for Agbari Oku. We'll go and look for this one. We'll go and look for Ilepa. We'll go and look for this Jebu proper. So all these things are not really new to me. I lived and I grew up in them. I believed them as Isheshe. But you know something? With my exposure and education now, I can separate the lies from what is real. Do you get that? They say they go put all this ebu inside the shinap, original shinap. That I should be drinking it. I should go and pick a date for the wedding. Pick a date. I picked the date. We're going to get married in October. I like that. So yeah, you will see. So the first person I met was my dad. He was a very stubborn person. Very, very stubborn. Like, very, very, like, that old man, one kind shoko man, God rest his soul. So when I got there, it was like, anything where they your body, they bring out. No, Baba. I was talking to you about this plan. You didn't say much. Why did you ask your tenant here in this whole house here? If you take one single year rent, it's more than 10 million naira. Baba, you need to. My old man, it was like, what did you say? I said, you are telling me you don't have money. You don't have money. You are not paying anybody's school fees. You're not feeding anybody. It's just you, yourself. How could you say you don't have money? I am your son. I want to. And it was like, so if I don't get this house in court, you will carry me to go and sell me. I was like, I be getting Timo. I be shinap Timo. This shinap where I drink no work. I be waiting there. Apokilo shemai. Sure you get. They said I should be very nice and all of that. Moko. If you don't get money, the juju no they catch you. No juju go catch anybody when you get money. Now, when you have money, that's why I say, if you have some money somewhere, and your mind is there and you are greedy, you go and grab that money and give it to somebody who is also looking for something to get for himself. So I just forget about the Ogun and all that. I just face on. So when I bring in I'm a son. You can tell when your son is getting to that stage whereby you need to do something. I need to do something, and that's my son. When I start boiling, like, not like Ija, because I know if you fight my dad, it was this man like that. So I'm just this tiny little boy, so I know if you fight him. But nevertheless, so it was like, okay, let's go. And I enter his car straight to Ikeja, Naira's house. That's my uncle. Yeah, my dad's brother. Same father, the same mother. So I'm supposed to be a rich boy. I'm supposed to come from a rich family. I grew up in Ijebu suffering. That's a long story. Anyway, I've shared that here before. So we got to Ikeja. I was like, maybe it go work. And in my mind, I was like, rich people self get juju. They get juju. So if your juju no strong, past the juju of it. But rich man get money, so you could get proper juju. But I'm from Ijebu. Fuck rich man. I entered there. Long story short, now Naira can say, is it because you are from a rich family? That's why you go about and start impregnating girls, and now you want to marry and all of that. I was boiling, but they told me not to. I should not show anger if I want that thing to work. So, cut it short. Now Naira can't dip money inside the one bag of money that was on his side. It was the one who now deep money. I was like, oh yeah, count that one. And I counted the money. I won't forget. This was about 14 years ago or 15 years ago, right? So I counted the money and it was like almost 50 grand. Well, I was like, hey. Then he said that, if you need the car, you can take one of the limousine. I use limousine. So you can take one of the limousine. So I was like, okay. But when I go back to Odogbolu, everybody just cook palemo. I was preparing for something important, right? I dey lean, my neck they grow like that because I dey drink shinap. Open that people will be all of us poor and all of us this now all of us the struggle. I know that one. I grew up in the place. So the least anybody can do is to buy Ankara. You know, you have to buy Ankara for a wedding so that you can make small money. You can make some money from it and use that money to add it to your party, and all of that stuff. So Ankara is what they can buy from you. The bottom line of what I'm saying to you tonight, why I had to tell you all of this is because I have experienced it. I have lived it. I can tell you that when people go missing in Nigeria, most of them done by the people in authority, politicians, and the rest of them. A lot of them are making money from human trafficking, and they are calling them Alaji, Alaja, Deacon, Deaconess, Pastor, and all of that stuff. They are making this money because they see Nigerians as people who have no documentations, and nobody's going to actually really investigate what happened to them. Once they say, now the spiritualists, what you know, they don't use that one. Jesus. Look, say turn them around. They say, you see, get in pennies, they there, in prick, they there. They say they don't cut them. Then now the spiritualists, they don't cut them. I know say they go cut them. Now money ritual. And everybody just agree. Police will come there. They will carry the body and they will say, ritualist killed him. Ritualist killed her. End of story. And that's the jungle. That's the jungle. And all of us are actually at risk. So if you want to send us go jail, send us go jail. Before you send us go jail, we will talk about you. We will expose the danger you represent. And we will continue to raise the consciousness of the people who are obviously going to be the main victims. A lot of you are planning to jackpot right now. Because you can see it. A lot of you are planning to jackpot right now. It is simply because you have no belief in all this. You don't believe in it. In this Nigeria that these guys are telling you that they've done so well or they are going to make better, you don't believe in it. Some of you even supported them. And now you are looking for your way out. Why did you do it? I did it because the Igbos said they want to take over Yoruba land. Then where are you going? Any visa to anywhere, bros, anywhere. Even if now UK, I go manage up. You go manage UK. Oh, like Iran. I be Cyprus. What about Cyprus? Yeah, well, okay, dear. What about Iraq? So I manage here. You better maintain your own Nigerian stand. Something you are used to. Because you see that bigotry. You see that hatred. You see that small mind of yours. That low-life criminals can easily manipulate. And you can lose it. Like that. It's going to be very hard for you to survive outside that place. So, well, I'm just being honest. It is going to be very hard for you to survive. With the mindset that APC, already sort of ingrained in many of you. It's going to be hard. You better stay there and enjoy it. Be Russia and Russia is even better. Not if Russia alone. People are living in Russia, living better. We have our brothers there. Nigerians are in Russia. They are doing better. You'll be wondering how they survive inside that code. No, they are doing better. Me tell you, Russia, no. I don't get Russia offer. We'll Afghanistan. Sure you get. All you have to do is just to grow some beard. We can send it to Afghanistan. Koloba, is that going? Are we going to call that desert? What do you say? Desert portion? You better stay in Nigeria, dear. You don't go around and begin to feel like anybody owes you anything simply because you are an entitled prick from Tinubu's clan. You have been told some people hate you. Some people want to do this to you. They want to do that to you simply because of Tinubu, and you believed them. Do you know that you're going to meet a lot of people like that? You're going to meet a lot of people that they told you to hate. You're going to meet them out there. You know the damages that APC have done. The damages is beyond. The damages is Zakowski tienwa wenyan. Abi ki lorúkọ bobo yẹn. Ṣé na Zakowski àbí Zakowski àbí ki lorúkọ bobo Ukraine yẹn. What's the name of that Ukraine? What have you? He congratulated Kolu. And with the fact that Kolu is recruiting, Ukraine wà ńlẹ̀ o. Kò sáré lọ ṣe bóyá bí 6 months ńbẹ̀ kan tó pa ẹ́ dànù. Like, I want Tinubu army. I'll go make it. Don't go anywhere.
And we are competing with armed robbers and the bandits to recruit from the youths who are unemployed. 33% unemployed. Recruit 50 million youths into the army and take away from their recruitment source. What they will eat? Cassava, àgbàdo, corn in the morning, yam in the afternoon. It's growing here. You create demand and consumption. For over 5 million army of boot camps. We create our food. That's money for the farmers. That's consumption for the soldiers and skill development. Don't call them illiterate. Don't talk about illiteracy. Anybody who can own gun, who can handle gun, who can cock gun and clean the chamber and cock and shoot is technically competent to repair a tractor in the farm.
So we are going to never stop talking. And if you want to be like Mayegun, which I encourage you to be, the obedient, look at me very well. You are going to be Tinubu's main priority. You are going to be the daily Alakori's main priority. You are going to be the for food Kayode's only priority. Fraudsters Otobokeyamo, you are going to be his priority. You're going to be the priority of the Ezibida, Bayo, or Nonuga. They will continue because you are going to remain their nightmare. If you cease fire, almost suicide in you, I tell you, there's something. A lot of you have tasted blood. When I said tasted blood, you've tasted blood. You've realized that these guys, without violence, without intimidation, including rigging, they are absolute nothing. A lot of you have discovered that. And you are willing and ready to further open up that crack if you give up. If then they preach peace, you pick them. Don't pick any peace, you. Because, out of all of the attacks we have been seeing, now the Tinubu and his criminal gang, they are those profiling people as Igbo. They are those profiling people as not too Yoruba enough. They say some Yorubas are not Yoruba enough. I am calling you now. If you are a true Omoluabi Yoruba, there is no better time for you to begin to think and support the autonomous region of Yoruba region. The independence Yoruba nation. You see how this shenanigans Tinubu and gang are doing right now? It is going to consume them, not Yorubas. So if there's any time, because if you cease fire, we have seen them attack people. We have seen them kill people. We have seen them cut people's hands off, amputated people, simply because of election. If they tell you, say that they look for peace, winning peace, you that have never attacked anybody, there is no single report anywhere of anyone that can say, whether not from northern Nigeria, whether in the middle belt, whether in western Nigeria, whether in the Niger Delta region, or even in the eastern Nigeria, a single person to come out and say they were attacked by the obedient simply because they don't support Obi. One single video. Just one. None. But do you know those who are crying, screaming, and claiming that war is about to happen in Nigeria? Because of social media bullying. The bullies. The bullies. The bullies. They are the ones who are now crying that if something is not done about the obedience. So if you are asking who is Dele Alakori, this is Dele Alakori. This Dele Alakori is a former commissioner in Lagos under Tinubu. A wretched soul that after 8 years of working with Tinubu and another 16 years of cleaning the ass of Tinubu, this old man, Dele Alakori, was sick. Do you know where he ended? He ended up in London. There was no single hospital to take care of his stroke. He suffered stroke sometimes in 2020, 2021 or so. He suffered a partial stroke that he got bedridden for more than a whole year in the UK, receiving medical care here in the UK, until Tinubu declared that he wants to be president. So they brought him out. He's half sick. He's not an healthy man as you are seeing him. He's a sick man too. Sure you get. So their heart and soul are so darkened, right? That when he opens this stinking, dirty mouth, you see so, a gutter, all he spew is hate, division, and further what? Cries. Do you know what they are crying about? What I'm doing right now. Hey, look at Damayegun. Damayegun want to kill us. Damayegun want to cause war. Look at all the things he said about us. Can you believe Damayegun? He's making us. I am very sad now. DSS, please. DSS, for the sake of national security. You need to track this Mayegun down. He has hurt my feelings. You know what I mean? Old criminals. They are crying because of what people are posting on social media. And they said, what people are posting on social media, which they also are posting on social media, worst thing they are actually posting on social media themselves with their age, shameless old men. They are scared. They want something done. Hey, we are the one who are supposed to be posting. Look at all these children. They are hurting our feelings. Their godfather, partially disabled Kolu, is so scared of social media. I know say we are all going to jail. All of us. If they grab us, we they go jail. Anyway, we then grab me. If I go Nigeria now, and they say, yeah, arrest him. I'll just say, am I stressed? Let me go, Masha Dani. Well, please, don't let me lose my luggage, you. I don't bring about 4 toothpastes before I will start using the one here, or Paco. I don't bring about 12 toothbrush. I beg you. Each toothpaste cost me £5. And that £5 toothpaste, 4 of them now 20 pounds. I beg you. Just show me myself. And people go soon, they ask for me, or they will soon start saying, free Mayegun. But I just want them to know, say, are they okay? Oh, yeah. Don't rush yourself, only gra. Move. Ogbeni, no, they waste your move. Go and use that move for another person. I don't they move. I know, say. But before then, this mouth is never going to stop talking. That your conscience is never going to stop pricking you. And that's what I'll do. Until that happens. I've not committed any crime. I'm not beside to fear anything. I'm just saying it to you. With Tinubu and gang, if I am not already among their social media targets, then I can bet you I will find my place into that list. Because after all said and done, if they finally also rig their court and at the end of the day make a call you your president, based on the danger that is looming, make call you no con UK. Look at me very well. You see all those Egbon, all those Egbon, all of you, all those Egbon, useless Egbon, we saw me in London that time. And then you begin to act like, say, you get all theory. Some of you still watches me, you still look at my videos, you still see that. If Kolu, that has lost legitimacy, Kolu the criminal and his gang, anytime they come UK, for now, he's a citizen like everybody. If you go anywhere where you want, it no be anything. Even though they say be INEC, whatever, fine, that's it, that's all right. But whenever he comes here, just like Bokuari, and what they represent, we go to meet for London, we go to meet for that Abuja house. We will be one of those that will like work internationally to ensure that somehow, Kolu, starting with people around him, they get the proper indictment that whenever Kolu says he's going abroad, they would dare not follow him. Sure you get? And anywhere we see him, anywhere, all we have to shout, and that is a murderer, is a drug addict, is a drug dealer, is a drug baron, is a money launderer, is an illegitimate president of Nigeria, break Nigeria up and save lives. That will be the beginning of the peace that these criminals are promising, which they can't give. You don't steal from people. You don't kill them and tell them to move on. The rigged system, it is time for it to cave in and collapse. Call it the last kick. So if you are obedient, and you think this is over, that means you are not thinking. Let me tell you something. I have had people who told me that, you see what happened in Lagos during your election, it wouldn't have even been such a big thing if APC Egbekegbe did not turn this whole thing, because of Tinubu, turned it into a tribal war. You may not know what you have done. You may not know the damages you have done as APC Egbekegbe. The bigotry you have implanted, that thing you have, the division you have widened, you may not know it. Coming out later to say it is just a game, let everybody move on, election is over, shows how stupid some of you are. Lagos Abobakus. It shows how dumb and stupid some of you are. You don't think, because you actually are irresponsible people who don't take responsibility for their actions. Let me tell you something. You did not stop at profiling the non-Yorubas, especially the Igbos, okay? You went after their businesses. You went after their properties. You went after their families. Then you didn't stop there. You started profiling Yorubas. Really? You started profiling Yorubas as not being Yoruba enough, or not looking like Yoruba enough, or they cannot speak Yoruba enough. Therefore, whatever fates you have assigned to the non-Yorubas, 100% the Yorubas are going to share from it. That is where you shot yourselves in the foot. Relationships are being torn. Families are being separated. Businesses and jobs are being cut off because of what you did in Lagos. Sorry, it's not going to be enough. And we as Yorubas, we must condemn Tinubu, condemn the Lagos Abobakus, condemn the APC and everything that is associated with them. And if we don't, anyway, we should just wait for our turn. When they have no Igbos to attack anymore, when they have non-Yorubas to bully or kill anymore, then they will come for us. We don't look Yoruba enough. We don't talk like Yoruba enough. We don't dress like Yoruba enough. We don't greet like Yorubas enough. We don't speak that Yoruba enough. And therefore, we are sub-Yorubas. all because some ragtag cretins, ragtag political jobbers, bunch of collective criminals, organized jackass are using the Yoruba name in the business enterprise called Nigeria. And you think keeping quiet is in your own interest. No, it's not. I am a part of Yoruba Union, the union that is bringing all Yorubas together to identify as Yorubas first. Care for Yoruba first. And be Yoruba first. Now, let me tell you what Yoruba means to people like us, my generation, that never, ever accepted or lived that bigoted upbringing that the older generation indeed spitted, that horrible, horrible, vile tongue that this older generation believed they were transferring or transmitting to us, the young ones. A lot of us didn't buy them. We called their bluff. We called their bullshit. Good enough. The Gen Z today don't even give a fuck at all. They don't give a damn at all. Sorry about that. If you have children watching, okay, sorry. I prefer you let the children go to bed or do something different when we are talking like this. But a lot of you will prefer the children to sit back and learn. So kind of plug their hairs like that. Hey, close your hairs or shut it. Don't listen to my ego in that one, okay? The younger generations are not buying that bullshit and that bull crap anymore. Somebody is coming to take over my land. Somebody is coming to chase my kings away. Somebody is coming to make me a slave in down Nigeria. If I don't do something, I am going to end up as not a good Yoruba or something. Only for me to realize that the people that have actually cared no hoots about me, the people that don't give a damn about me, as a Yoruba are Yorubas who are in government, in power, who are supposed to make the life easier, better, and supportive, protective for somebody like myself as a kid growing up in Yoruba land. But they made it hell. And they are not going to take responsibility. They would rather blame somebody else. So I belong to that generation of those that didn't buy that propaganda. And being part of that, I will remain the bridge between that older generation that bought the propaganda. Some bought the propaganda and they regretted. And others are not going to buy it at all. And they are trying to force it and ram it through their throats. I will remain that bridge to let them know that every bigotry, every tribal, ethnic slur or division that you've come across as a Yoruba man, as an Igbo man, as an Ijaw man, as any part of Nigeria you come from, all of them are all made up to keep us divided for political reasons that doesn't serve us, but the people that orchestrated them. So it is now on us, the Yorubas, who can see through the shenanigans, the bigotry, the hatred, and everything that Tinubu represents, the one that they have spread, and they are doing so much to spread across Yoruba land. We must rise and change the orientation, change the education, change, and in fact, re-educate the people. And I call myself the Yoruba Union member. I am the convener with other brilliant minds. People who are not interested in taking advantage of the people. Or rather, they want to empower the people, educate them, enlighten them, and at the same time, get them ready to face their fear. Until the Yorubas stand up against these criminals who enjoys us being poor. And they made that happen and maintained that due to the division that they have managed to spew for so long. Yorubas don't hate Igbos. Igbos don't hate Yorubas. But if you are a political criminal, a political jobber, that either you are Igbo or you are Yoruba, I mean, bigotry will sweet in your mouth, won't it? The Yorubas they are not trustworthy. That's somebody who gives his loyalty to some criminal political Oshins from Eastern Nigeria, and he's been taught to. I mean, how Yorubas are this or that. What makes you think that what you were told is not the same thing they told others too? Have you not actually sit back and relax and think about this? Everything they told you about the Yorubas, all the negative things they told you about the Yorubas, as an Igbo man or Igbo woman, don't you think, what they told you, they told the Yorubas too. The same set of people who want you to remember every negative things to keep you divided and hateful towards the Yorubas in your own world, Don't you think that same set of people came from the generation who also told the Yorubas to hate you? At the end of the day, you will realize that none of those division is in your interest. Rather, in the interest of those who orchestrated them, we need re-education. We need reorientation. We need to stop just complaining. We need to not stop at just calling them out. So as Yoruba Union, we are now interpreting what real union means, what real care, empathy, love actually mean. In Yoruba Union, people are not asking where you come from anymore. They are just interested in building a bond, a relationship, healthy relationship, the one that promotes development, promotes unity and respect, tolerance. You need to check us out. Now, all of these are bringing a new prospect of hope. Because if we have to rely on what these guys are doing with the power they have, we are doomed. We are doomed. And it is because they will use the same population that they didn't educate, the same children that they miseducated. They are our own future Boko Haram in Yoruba land if we don't rise. They impoverish our people so as to further weaponize that poverty, control them, turn them to a walking time bomb. They blame everybody for their problems, but their leaders. Do you think that is coincidence? Do you think they are not smart enough to know? It's because once you are so browbeaten for too long, when you are abused for too long, when you are born into oppression for so long, if the life and the world you know is this all along, freedom is going to be sounding like overambition, like tall dreams. And that is why we need new education. We need new orientation. We need a new direction. Today, the likes of Tinubu and co, they made independence Yoruba nation a taboo. They made the autonomous region of Western region a taboo. They want a fiefdom. They want a place whereby they are kings and queens over serfs, over slaves who serves them, and they should never question them. That's what they want. That is not our future. That is dangerous. And if we all keep quiet, simply because we don't have the resources, we don't have the power. If we don't have all of these, how about we look for them? How about we team up? How about we change the mindset of our people that they have been able to cage and enclose simply because they take freedom away from them and they make it look like a luxury. I am a member of Yoruba Union. If you don't know what we stand for, I wish I could take us tonight. I'm not going to take us, okay? But do me a favor. If you're watching on YouTube or you're watching on Facebook, you can like any of this video, okay? Like this video, share it, subscribe if you haven't. But you know something? I'm going to leave you with something. Something that says, even if we can't really change the mindset of the older rogues, the ones that the poverty in Nigeria, orchestrated by the criminal politicians in Nigeria, the ones that they have captured. we can go back to Yoruba land, with the teaming support of all the Yorubas all over the world. We can actually stop these criminals. We can change the direction they are taking us to. We can stop the Rankadede idea. We can cut down the poverty. We can make people strong enough to fight back once they know why they want to fight back. Ladies and gentlemen, I will leave you with this. And I'm going to say, if you have the time, please pay attention and watch this. If you don't, right, I'm going to see you some other time, right? This is going to run for the next 20 minutes. This is Mayeguns and the Mayeguns friends who are Yorubas, non-Yorubas, Igbos, and from all over the place who put their resources together to reach out to the people that the likes of Tinubu will rather recruit and use for their political and every other, subjugation they are embarking upon. We as Yorubas, we're not just going to talk, expose them. We are going to help our people. We're going to make these people strong enough to fight back. And however it takes, before they jail us, we will liberate enough. We catch them young. Good night, everybody.
làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary láyé bí number one.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary láyé bí number one.
Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú.
Mayegun Diary láyé bí number one.
Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube.
Mayegun Diary láyé bí number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun Diary láyé bí number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary láyé bí number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun Diary láyé bí number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary láyé bí number one.
Mayegun Diary Diary Politico.
Mayegun Diary láyé bí number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun Diary láyé bí number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun Diary láyé bí number one.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary láyé bí number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà gbówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Àyè.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù máyé ń ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.